Good morning, I'm also Parker with the Guyton Police Department. Any reason you ran that stop sign right there?
What stop sign?
The one right there at Parker's.
One that I sat there for like 5 minutes waiting for traffic after it?
Your driver's license.
I do.
Right. Mind getting it?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, shoot. I need a debit card,
I don't want that. Just give me a second, okay?
huh? Yeah, no problem.
All right, here you go, Mr. Harville. Please be more careful at the stop signs, okay?
I got you. Hey, man. You know I got a dash cam, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
It's a stop sign right there, and you have a dash cam. I'm going to show you running the stop sign.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too.
In this incident, a driver named Andy Harville is pulled over by a police officer named Marcus Parker. The officer falsely accuses Harville of not fully stopping at a stop sign. Harville informs the officer that the entire incident is being recorded on his dash cam. Despite being informed about the recording, the officer continues to make false accusations and insists that Harville did not come to a complete stop. However, the dash cam footage later proves the officer wrong. It clearly shows that Harville did stop for about a minute at the stop sign and was driving safely. It is revealed that Officer Marcus Parker has a history of misconduct. He had previously been put on administrative leave from a different police department for driving under the influence. He had driven home in his patrol car after consuming multiple drinks at a local restaurant while off duty. Parker had been dishonest with his supervisors about the incident before eventually resigning and joining the Guyton Police Department. The Guyton Police Department itself has concerning issues. They lack important policies regarding the use of body and dash cams, as well as protocols for the use of force, excessive force arrests, and interactions with the public. The absence of these policies undermines citizen protection and fails to provide clear guidelines for police officers. Given these circumstances, there is a call for accountability and reform within the Guyton Police Department. The officer involved, Marcus Parker, should face consequences for his misconduct. Additionally, the department needs to implement necessary reforms for better serving and protecting the citizens under their jurisdiction. Now let's move to another video.
He's being detained right now for QX. No, I'm talking to Hernandez. I know.
Checking for an aggressive white female, unknown weapons, wearing a white shirt, blue jeans, making threats to harm himself.
Samuel Scott Jr.'s incident began when his car, a 2006 black Jeep Compass, was stolen from outside his aunt's house in Buena Vista in Miami.
¿Pero qué? ¿Tú eres un sargento? Ok, yo tengo a mi sargento. All right? Okay?
After the theft, Scott immediately called the Miami Police Department to report the incident and seek assistance in recovering a stolen vehicle. However, instead of receiving help, Scott found himself wrongfully detained and arrested by the same officers he had called. Despite being a victim of a crime, the police officers believe Scott was the perpetrator based on a description that matched his appearance. Scott, who is a black man, was wearing a dark-colored shirt over a white undershirt at the time. In a body camera footage obtained by the media, Scott can be seen telling the officers that the description of the person who took off in his car was similar to his own, but he insisted that they had the wrong person.
I went over there to see the kids and everything. My kids are...
Where are your kids?
I was with them.
Where are
They were over there at what's the name? They were over at my cousin's house. So,
When?
huh?
When?
What? I've been over there since,
11 to
what? I want to say it's
11 to
5:30, 6 o'clock. I actually walked back over here.
You have two IDs?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, one is an ID and one is a driver's license.
Okay.
All right.
Scott questioned why he would call the police if he had stolen his own car, and expressed his concern for his children who were left unattended while he's being questioned.
You know what's up, okay?
Okay.
You mind if I sit in your cars?
I really don't know
Bigger space.
what I did.
I really don't care, but... Alright, listen. I'm gonna reach your rights real quick. Alright?
I'm telling you guys got the wrong. I can confirm where I was and I can even confirm my activities. I recently logged off for the weekend at my job.
Okay. At what time?
Roughly before I came over here, before I called you guys. But I'm telling you, you guys got the wrong guy.
The description of the guy that took off from your car is just like yours.
The officers proceeded to charge Scott with several offenses, including leaving the scene of an accident, false reporting of a crime, failure to carry a concealed weapon license, and possession of marijuana. However, these charges were later dropped by the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office in November 2021, indicating that there was insufficient evidence to pursue the case against Scott.
To the time, I really just jumped out of the car to go see. That's it. If you want, like I said, we can go. Like, I had my kids and stuff like that, dropped them off, came over to say hi. And I don't know what happened. I mean, like I said, I know the people that stay across there, over here, all over the place. I don't know what happened. My car somebody jumped in, drove off. And I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I mean, literally, I mean, why would I call the police? I mean, I called because my car is stolen. I mean, how me and my kids are going to get home? My pillow, my work ID, my work stuff, all of that stuff is in there. Why would I? That's why I'm like, why am I in handcuffs? And if I'm calling them and I'm...
All right, just give me a second. You never been arrested before?
No.
Sure about that?
Yeah. Never been arrested. Ex-military. Never.
As a result of this wrongful arrest and detention, Samuel Scott Jr. is now suing the Miami PD and 5 specific officers involved in the incident. His lawsuit alleges unlawful search, false imprisonment, and unwarranted prosecution. Scott's attorney is seeking $500,000 in damages for the physical, emotional, and reputational harm caused by the incident. Let's now move to another video.
You ready? For what? Wait, he didn't do anything! For what? That's why you touched me, my son! It's in the car! My son is in the car! I don't want you to look after him! My son is in the car! No! Yeah, that was me! No one's gonna be hurt, just get out of the car!
In this incident, the London Metropolitan Police pulled over 2 world-class athletes, and they have been accused of racial profiling. One of the athletes is Bianca Williams, a member of Great Britain's sprint team. According to Williams, the police officers approached their car aggressively and seemed ready to break the car window within seconds of their encounter. Ricardo dos Santos, who is Williams' partner and a record holder in the 400-meter event, denies the allegations of cannabis possession made by the police. He expresses feeling hurt and fearful as a result of the incident.
Guardale con la pistola che le punta.
Sì, basta che non appetti qua, non ci voglio
Lo sto
molestare.
puntando, lo so che sei, lì che sei. Fatti papà, fatti.
No, basta che non sparano.
Una
che-
macchina nuova quella, lì che sei.
One other video surfaced showing AC Milan's Tom Way Bakayoko being detained and searched by police officers who had firearms drawn.
No, le vedo, le
Le
vedo.
punta, oh.
Le vedo. C'è una visuale precisa proprio.
Ah, pensavano che fosse loro, che fosse...
However, Bakayoko was released after the officers recognized him as a famous footballer. The Milan police initially claimed that the check on Bakayoko was conducted with high security measures and justified by the context of the operation. However, they later apologized and released Bakayoko after realizing his identity. The police statement mentioned that the check was carried out in a manner consistent with the perceived danger, but the officer's shock upon recognizing Bakayoko suggests a potential misunderstanding or error in judgment.
What are y'all taking me in for? What did I do?
Operating a vehicle while under the influence of alcohol or drugs or other controlled substances.
No.
A belligerently intoxicated woman is arrested in Ohio after crashing a vehicle while transporting a patient with special needs.
Kelly, I'm gonna have you step out with me, okay? We gotta go. I know. I gotta get you out of here though, okay?
I know you're not gonna do that. No.
Yeah. Kelly, we're not laying back down.
All this before she blatantly
Kelly Barton, then 48 years old, was put in a dangerous position by a series of strange happenings. She was on the clock and transporting a patient with special needs when the accident occurred. Kelly slammed into a lamppost while driving. Kelly's untidy and shaky appearance was immediately noticeable to the responding police officers.
I don't know what this is.
She shredded the back of that. She's
She in the back
popped,
of my car.
Well, she popped both tires, so I'm afraid she hit something in Blue Ash. So, yep. I guess it's going to be by the roundabout. That's what I think too. Well, you're saying she came Glendale Milford? Yeah, it'd be up. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's what she told me. The driver is in her car. Okay. So I came to an empty vehicle. Alright. The owner of this facility or whatever it is, they transport special needs people. This driver is she is
for 93-year-old female semi-conscious.
Kelly initially disputed responsibility for the collision, but it was later discovered that alcohol was a contributing factor. She denied that she had ever driven under the influence, despite the fact that she was employed as a caregiver. However, video surveillance from a neighboring gas station positively identified her as the driver. As a result, she was accused of driving under the influence while transporting the sick patient, and she also faced charges of ignoring her duty.
Your driver is someone that stays at a shelter?
Huh?
Your driver is somebody who stays at a shelter?
My coworker. She's a coworker.
Okay.
But I'm the driver. That's my car. She in the back seat.
No, I'm talking about this one.
This one, yeah, she stays in
a shelter.
She just got the job. Yeah, she just got
We're
hired.
trying to figure out a way. If we got to get her home, we got to figure out
I'll
a safe
take her.
place to...
Yeah, she's at the shelter. I know.
So here's the situation. It's a unique one.
Parkway 31, okay.
This car belongs to a special needs driver service. They drive special needs people around 2 different places. The driver is heavily intoxicated. We're going to go see what she hit in Blue Ash, but the gentleman that was being driven said she hit a pole. The car's on only one wheel. When I got here, the car is turned off, and this driver is sitting in the passenger seat of a coworker's car that came to pick up the special needs person. So, can we even go the OGI route? Nobody saw her driving. Lady picked her up, said my boss told me to come down here, and...
Kelly's behavior took a sudden and unwelcome turn as paramedics arrived to examine her. She started making sexual statements about the responding officers that shocked everyone. Multiple tests conducted by the police confirmed that Kelly's blood alcohol content was far higher than the permissible level.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just get this roll squad. Hey, Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Can I have you step out here with me real quick? I'll help you out. I know. Here we go. Give me your hand, and I'm gonna help you out.
Trying.
I know you're trying, but I need you to work with me, okay? So this nice lady can give you a ride home, okay? So go ahead and step out for me, all right?
Officers worked for several minutes to convince Barton to step out of the vehicle.
Kelly, I know you're tired. Here, hold my hand, and I'm gonna get you out, okay? So I need you to come out with me, all right? Because we're gonna work together, okay?
Listen to my partner, please.
Yeah, come on, Kelly. Please. I'm gonna get you these shoes, all right?
Kelly, go ahead.
Kelly, knowing that her arrest was likely, persisted in her bold behavior, fighting off the cops as they tried to place her in the police car. At the end of the day, she was arrested for drunk driving. Kelly's arrest antics left a confusing tale in her trail, and if anyone thought she was brazen before, they were shocked by what they saw. Here, 18-year-old Skylar Floss gained notoriety after releasing a video in which she claimed to have fooled a police officer during a DUI stop.
I got out of a DUI and got let off with a warning.
She bragged that she had avoided a DUI charge by using her wit and charm, and that the police officer had even asked her out. A different picture emerged, however, after Deputy Stallman of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office revealed body cam footage.
I blew a 3.8 and he let me off with a f***ing warning and gave me his number and said we should meet for coffee or lunch. He was hot, so I'm getting lunch with him tomorrow.
Skylar was pulled over by Deputy Stallman for weaving on the road, and Stallman voiced his fear that Skylar might be impaired by alcohol. He asked how she was doing and gave her a card with the department's information on it, rather than his personal number.
I'm in the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. I pulled you over because you were weaving a little bit back there. Where are you coming from?
I was coming from my friend's house. I actually just got dumped.
Okay.
So I was like crying and like I'm really
okay. Were you on your phone and stuff too?
I was trying to call him to get a hold of him because my heart.
Okay. Well, I'm just concerned that you were weaving because of alcohol, but if you're on your phone, have you been drinking or anything tonight? No? Okay.
Despite her protest, the officer acted professionally by issuing simply a warning for her own protection. Skylar's video not only showed her bragging about taking advantage of the cops' good nature, but also showed her making up a story about how she blew an astounding 3.8 on a breathalyzer, which could have killed her. As a matter of fact, she was never put through any sort of examination. Skylar's irresponsible behavior at a party before the event was revealed by new evidence.
Sounds like you're having a rough night, so I'm not going to add to that by writing you a ticket or anything, okay? So I'm just going to give you a warning. It's not a big deal. I just want to make sure you're okay. You were weaving a little bit, and I just want to make sure you're okay to operate the motor vehicle, and I believe you are. So my information's right here on the front. The reason I stopped you here is on the back. Wherever you're headed, get there safely, and I'm sorry you're having a bad night.
Yeah, I'm just really
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, you don't need to apologize. I mean, you were weaving a little bit with no traffic out. I just want to make sure you're okay, that's all.
Skylar eventually confirmed her irresponsible behavior and her fabrication of stories for online attention. Neither she nor Deputy Stallman, who had behaved professionally throughout the incident, faced any legal consequences. The incident acted as a warning against making baseless charges and highlighted the significance of acting responsibly while behind the wheel. Lydia Badillo found herself in a precarious circumstance that differentiated her from the other people. During her effort to sneak 2 undocumented immigrants across the Mexican border, she was caught by Border Patrol agents.
Fine, you're fine. Just come over here to this side. Do you have anything right here?
Oh no, you want me to open it?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
They're my friends.
Okay, and who are these?
Most of my friends.
Okay.
Carmen y Joana.
Okay. Okay. Are these legit? Because they look fake.
I'm guessing, but I met them at Club Fuego.
What?
We're going to Agave. We're gonna go
Okay.
have some drinks.
How long have you met this?
Yeah, tengo como 4 from 5 months. We met them at Club Fuego.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Just wait for me right here, okay? You don't have
looking
anything.
at your Sorry, sir.
What?
I'm looking at your eyes.
Why?
Because you look pretty handsome.
Oh.
Hey, man, we need to call the cops. Can I just please? I have an autism kid in my house.
Okay.
Please.
Let's do it.
Please.
Yes.
Lydia resorted to an ill-conceived approach when her illegal business started to fall apart. She sought to seduce Officer Francis by asking him to wait while she lavished him with praises. This was a mistake on her part. Officer Francis, on the other hand, was not readily persuaded. He began to have doubts about the fake identification cards that Lydia had handed him.
I had 2 investigators today
Okay.
earlier.
Okay.
Can
Do it, ma'am.
In my
What?
car,
Ma'am.
I just want to.
Estos documentos por un montón de tiempo.
Por un año.
Por un año. Ok. Pues son falsos, ok. Y tener documentos falsos en estados de Texas es un delito. Las ID, a esta te sale a un señor, la tuya. A esta no me sale a nada. Ok, so estas identificaciones son falsas. Ok.
After conducting further research, he discovered that both of the IDs were forged, exposing Lydia's deceptive plan. The 2 women who were traveling with her were revealed to be undocumented immigrants hailing from El Salvador who were caught up in a murky human trafficking operation. These victims were held captive in debt bondages, where they were compelled to perform forced labor and subjected to sexual exploitation in order to repay their traffickers.
Ahora, yo lo que le quiero dar a entender a ustedes de que, so it's clear what's going on now. Well, we already passed that. You had 2 undocumented people in the vehicle. We're past that.
Y ahora
Ma'am.
ya es mi culpa.
Ma'am.
Culpa de eso.
Okay? You're under arrest for human smuggling.
No, sir.
Turn around.
Please.
Turn around. Okay.
Todo por yo manejar.
Turn around. Separate your arms.
Lydia was taken into custody without delay, while the 2 Salvadorian ladies were deported back to their native country, potentially saving them from years of unspeakable torment. The ill-advised attempt that Lydia made to charm her way out of trouble failed tragically, as Officer Francis stayed unwavering in his commitment to The ill-advised attempt that Lydia made to charm her way out of trouble failed tragically, as Officer Francis stayed unwavering in his commitment to enforcing the law and protecting people who are susceptible to being exploited.
Balance?
I do have an autoimmune disease called Behçet syndrome.
Okay.
Yes.
Behçet syndrome?
Behçet syndrome. The last time I was diagnosed, I was about the 3rd person in New Mexico to have it.
Okay.
It's very similar to lupus.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have you try these tests as best you can, and we'll go from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel comfortable walking in those shoes?
Yep.
Does your autoimmune disease or whatever it is, does it affect your ability to walk and balance?
At times, I do get lesions inside of my intestines. I did go to the doctor last week for a lesion that I have.
Okay, and did they give you something for it? Do you think it's better? They haven't done anything?
The unexpected meeting between Brooke Teague and a police officer took a fascinating turn that worked out well for her. She was initially stopped because of her irregular driving, which raised concerns about possible intoxication or a need for assistance. When Officer Smith pulled Brooke over, she greeted him cheerfully.
Just your eyes, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Try to hold your head still, please. Keep watching it. I need you to look at it.
1, 2, 3. My balance is very bad. 4, 5, 6. Good. 7, 8, 9. After E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q.
Okay, do you know your numbers?
Yes, sir.
Can you count backwards for me? Start at 47 and end at 32, please.
47 to 32?
Yes.
47, 46, 45, 40.
Okay, just do a 47 and stop me at 46.
The breath test is by willingness.
Okay. Go ahead and turn around for me. I'll read you the implied consent, and you can decide for yourself. You're not going to...
Brooke claimed multiple times that she had only had one beer and that she had just gotten off the phone with her baby's father, Zachary. Brooke had obviously had more than one drink, but her relationship with the police officer only improved as time went on.
Go to your left. You are under arrest for driving under the influence of an intoxicating liquor or drug. The New Mexico Implied Consent Act requires you to submit to a breath test to determine the alcohol content of your blood. After you take our test, you have the right to choose an additional independent test. If you choose to take this additional independent test, you have the right to a reasonable opportunity to arrange for a physician, a licensed nurse or a laboratory technician or technologist who is employed by a hospital or physician of your own choice to perform an additional chemical test. The cost of this additional test will be paid for by the law enforcement agency, the Albuquerque Police Department. Do you agree to take our test? It will be a breath test. Constant breath. Blow constantly, hard and constantly till the machine stops making noise. Go ahead. Blow, 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 blow. Try it again. And the legal limit in the state of New Mexico is 0.08. Your first breath score was a 0.16, and your second was a 0.16. You're over 2 times. You're at 2 times the legal limit. It's a little bit more than one shot. Okay. 0.08 is the 0.08 is the legal limit. You are going to be transported out to MDC where you'll be booked for DWI. You're also going to be booked for failed to maintain a traffic lane, failed to obey a traffic control device, and for not having your proof.
Brooke failed the sobriety test administered by Officer Smith, resulting in her arrest for DUI despite her laughter and smiles during the test. The officer remained serious throughout their conversation.
We have insurance in the vehicle. Do you have any questions for me?
Do I get to make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call once you get processed, booked, photographed, fingerprinted. Okay, turn around for me. Hands back behind your back. How long? No, how long did you fight, though?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you ever have your nose broken?
Yes.
What?
My mom put me into myself from bullying.
You want to talk to your mom? Do you want to tell her you got arrested? Yes. Okay. From boxing to bikini, huh? It's a good transition. I think you did the similar, didn't you? Yeah. I'm recording too, by the way.
A blood alcohol test administered to Brooke at the police station showed that her blood alcohol content was 0.4%, over twice the legal limit. Her license was suspended temporarily, and she had to spend the night in jail to become sober. The incident demonstrated how arrests can be conducted with dignity and respect for all those involved. This lovely meeting could have resulted in something else in another setting, but that night, fate had other intentions.